So I just made $70 right now trading with this simple boom and crash trading strategy, and I can potentially make more money if I continue using this strategy. So let me show you exactly how it works, how I'm finding trades, and when I am taking my profits. It's a very simple strategy. Let's get into it. Okay, guys, as you can see, I've opened up my charts for us to set up the strategy that we're going to be using. Now, most of you guys already know that I use indicators, but I use it in such a way that it is a price action strategy. So we will be following some price action principles, even though if we are using indicators. Let me show you exactly what I mean. Let's set up the strategy, and then I'll show you exactly how we're going to be finding out trades based on price action principles. So the first indicator that we're going to need is going to be a moving average, and this moving average is going to have the following properties. We're going to have the period of 15, the shift will be 0, the method will be exponential, apply to close, and we're not going to have any levels on this indicator. And then on visualization, just allow it to be on all time frames, although I'm going to tell you a specific time frame that we're going to be using. And then on the style, I chose that yellow color for our first indicator. Then we're going to click done. Now, as you can see, we already have a yellow line running across our charts, which means that we successfully installed it. The next indicator that we're going to need is a moving average also. So going back, but this time around, the period is going to change. So we're going to have a period of 50. So I'm going to change that to 50. The shift will remain as 0. The method will remain as exponential and apply to close. Now, we also don't have any levels on this indicator. And again, time frame, just allow it to be on all time frames. What we have to change now is the style. So I'm going to choose that green color on our style, and then I'll click done. Please try and follow the same colors that I'm using. You can later on customize once you are comfortable with the strategy. Okay, so we are done with our first part of the strategy. Now we are going to need another indicator to help us find these trades, and this time around we're going to add the relative strength index. Now this relative strength index, we have the following properties that you see on my screen. We have a period of 1, we have applied to close, and we have got levels that we need to install. So we've got level 20, level 80, level 10, and level 90, and we have labeled our level 20 as a buy zone and our level 80 as a sell zone. And then once we're done, click on done. And then on style, please take note of the fact that you have to pick the same color as your background color. So mine is white, and that's why you see white there. And if I click done, this is what you should also have on your screens. Basically, you have an empty indicator window 1 with just your levels. So remember, the level 80 to 90 we installed, and the level 20 to 10 that we also installed, and nothing else inside. Okay, so if you have this, you are going in the right direction. Let's get back to our indicators. This time around, we're going to add another indicator, but it is going to go under our indicator window 1. So we're going to click on indicator window 1, and we're going to choose the Ichimoku, which is the next indicator that we're going to need. And it is going to have the following properties that you see on the screen as well. We've got a Tenkan Sen of 9, a Kijun Sen of 29, a span B of 52, and the fill should be enabled, or you just tick the box that's right next to it. Visualization is all time frames. Then the style, this is very important. You only need a dark red color, or this maroon, I don't know what you call it, color on our Tenkan Sen. And then the rest, that's the Kijun Sen, the span, the up Kumo, and the down Kumo should have the same color as your background. So in my case, it's white, and we're going to click done. Now, as you can see, we have that dark red color that's been added onto our charts, which was the Ichimoku. Okay, last but not least, we're going to need the final indicator so that we get the exact point to enter in the market and get some good setups. Again, it is going to fall under our indicator window 1, and it is called the MACD. Now this MACD, we have the following properties: a fast EMA of 12, a slow EMA of 26, a MACD SMA of 9, apply to close. And again, we don't have any levels and all time frames. Okay, now on your style, make sure your main has the same color with your background and your signal is red. Okay, your main is white, you have a white background like me, and your signal is red. Then you click done, and you can see that red color that's really popping on your screen, which means that we have added the MACD correctly. Okay, now this means that we have successfully installed our strategy. This is the whole strategy that you're going to need to place trades like the ones that I have been checking. So let's take a look at how to actually trade with this strategy. Now, remember, we'll be following some price action principles. I'll show you exactly when, and you see how efficient this strategy is. So right now, all you're left to do with is to like this video and comment down below for you to stand a chance to win a spot in our VIP Signals group, where you'll be able to trade with me every single day. All you have to do is to like the video and comment down below, and I'll be picking winners from the comments section. Okay, let's dive into how to use this strategy. Now, the first thing we have to clarify on is the time frame. We are going to be using the 5-minute time frame for the first part of this strategy. I'll come back again with a part 2 where we'll be expanding and growing with the strategy, but for now, let's use the 5-minute time frame. So we're going to be demonstrating how to use this strategy in the 5-minute time frame. Okay, and the zoom level should be the second or the third from last zoom level, the third or second smallest zoom level. So this is the smallest zoom level that we have, right? If I move up one step like that, that's the zoom level that we can use, or another step up, that's again a zoom level that we can use. So any of those two will give you good results. Okay, so let's look into it. So I prefer to use the second from last zoom level, sorry, which is this one. And let's get into when do you buy and when do you sell. Okay, now we'll start off with when do you buy. The first condition that has to be met, or the first thing that you should see, is you want to see your deep or your red colors down here get into a buy zone, of course. Now this can even they can even spend the whole day in that level, but that's the first sign that you want. Those red colors or those red lines should reach your buy zone. And once you see that, that's your first signal that there is potential buy trade that is going to come. But you're not going to enter right away. We are going to look at the price and see the price action. Now, remember, I said this strategy also follows a price action uh, setup. Okay, so you want to see what your price is doing. Now, this yellow line and the green line have got a relationship, right? If you see this yellow line crossing to be above this green line, then it means that that buy trade has been confirmed. That's where you enter. Why? Because this green line that you see here, for those of you that still remember, we said it is the EMA 50, which is the exponential moving average of period 50. Now, this EMA also acts or works in the same way as a trend line. So if you were to draw a trend line, you'll find out that the EMA will closely move with the same pace with your trend line. That's why I was saying even indicators can give you some price action. Okay, so once we see that this yellow line, which is acting as our price, has crossed to be above our trend line, which is this green line, then we know that we are now in an uptrend. And we already have down here the red lines showing us that we are in a buy zone. So any buy opportunity that we get would be good to get. And as you can see from there on, from here, price went all the way up. Let's take a look at another example and you see exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so right here is a trade that we actually took based on the fact that we had these red lines in our buy zone, which means that all we had to do was to wait for our price to give us an opportunity to see an uptrend. And all we had to see was having this yellow line crossing to be above our green line, which we said is our or acts as our trend line, which means that from there on we were supposed to go up. And you can see price did push all the way up. Even the retracements were not going below our entry point, which means that this was a sniper entry because price kept on going above or acting above our entry. Okay, it never went below, which is a zero drawdown trade, right? And we're just following this simple thing. Okay, so that is it for buy conditions. Let's take a look at when do you sell when you're using this strategy. Now it's basically the opposite. The first thing that you want to see is you want to see the red lines now in your sell zones. That's your first sign. Now the second sign is you want to see your yellow line now going below your green line, because this time around you want to see a sign that price is going down. And we said if our yellow line, which is acting as our price, goes below our green line, which is acting as our trend, then it means that there is a strong sell momentum and it's good for you to sell. And as you can see, price pushed all the way down just like we expected. So you can actually find a lot of examples just from this strategy. You can even switch. Let's take a look at probably boom 500 and see if we have a setup that we would have taken. Okay, you can see massive buy trades popping, and they're all confirmed, even if with uh, your trend lines. If you have to draw a trend line, you can see that all the opportunities that you would get when you have a trend line will still show, guys. So let's move on to maybe boom 1000. Okay, boom 1000 is an easy one. You could have actually managed to catch all the spikes that you see from that point, and based on the strategy, okay, like I said, you want to have the red lines in your buy zone. And once you have that, that's your first alert that we are probably going to go up. Okay. But now, for you to be sure of that, you want to wait and see what price does. And we say this yellow line, which is tracking price, if it crosses and goes above your green line, it means it's now above your trend, which means that we now have high, strong bullish momentum. And as you can see, price did push all the way up. And this is just by following the indicators. Okay. You can also see that there was a sell opportunity on boom that we took advantage of right there, where we started off by seeing our red lines in our sell zone like that, which is our first alert. So probably based on what was going on here, we got our first alert, and we had to be patient and see how price reacts with our green line. And we realized that price did break out. Remember, I told you it's a breakout, and we knew that a new downtrend is being formed. And from there, going down, you can see it's a zero drawdown trend. Some of you guys always ask me, how do you enter into these trades, getting all those ticks without fearing spikes? Because I understand the strategies that I'm using, right? I'm using the best strategies, and you can actually do that. So you can actually find a lot of these trades, and you find out that the spike will barely catch you if you're trading against it. And you can also see that you can actually trade in line with the spikes using this strategy. And don't forget to join our free Telegram channel so that you get more updates on this strategy. The link is in the description box below. All you have to do is to click the link and it will take you straight to the Telegram channel where you can join for free. There are over 10,000 traders there, and I post my trading results, my students' results, everything to do with trading. You'll be able to find it in there for free. And don't forget to comment down below if you want to stand a chance to win a free spot in our VIP Signals group, where you'll be able to trade with me each and every single day on boom and crash and find these trades as well. You can see there are so many setups that we have gotten using this strategy. Don't forget to like this video as well before you comment. Until next time.